What's going on? They'll just join the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. We got a couple seconds till a new 5-minute pops up. We got about 5 minutes till a new 15 pops up. We'll be watching EU right here, looking for possible sells. Same idea we was looking for yesterday, but yesterday price ended up retracing. So we're about to see if it's going to break back below this level here at 760, 755. And if we can hold this resistance, we can look for sells going back down to 730, 735. So that's what we're going to be watching for right here. We do have news later on today. At the beginning of New York, we do got ADP at 8:15, and then at 10 a.m. we got some news as well as 12:10. So we got a few news events during New York session. All USD news going to be going live with the members during the ADP news event. Just dropped a new video yesterday for y'all. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check that out. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. But we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. Yeah, we're mainly just going to be watching Euro USD right now. Everything else is kind of retracing. GN is basically doing the same thing it's been doing yesterday and Thursday and Friday, which is retracing. Again, we recap last week going into this week. This was last Monday, last Tuesday, last Wednesday. We see price was stuck in this range. It wasn't until Thursday that volume finally kicked in for this pair necessarily, and then we saw the higher high get made. And at this resistance level, we saw Friday up until today, price is just retracing down. So again, go for sales if we're in an uptrend. The price still has been levels at support, which is why we haven't really been going for buys on GM. So it's now treating this level at 1070, 1065 as resistance. So if it breaks 1000 and starts treating as resistance as well, we could see a possible reversal. But as long as it can hold 1015, 1010 as support, we could see possible buys come back into play. But that's basically what's been going on there. So again, I'm not a counter trend trader. I'm not going to go for sells if we're in an uptrend. So that's why we haven't really been able to take positions on GM. We took a GJ sell like we talked about yesterday in the recap of the day. Ended up retracing again. Very choppy candlesticks. Price was starting to treat low as resistance. Broke this level. Failed to hold it. Pushed back up. So we're just going to watch and see how it reacts there. Again, if you can break back above 191.10, 115, we could see possible buys going back up to 191.80. So if it does break that level, we could see that happen. If it breaks back below, or if it can break below and hold 189.80 as resistance, we could see the downtrend come back into play, that reversal come back into play. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to watch and see what side of the coin price holds. Because again, we look at last week to this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all last week price just stayed at this level here at 191.05, 191. And it wasn't until literally Monday that price moved from this level, and then now it's pushing right back to where it left off last week. So again, this is 2 weeks of small candlesticks, 2 weeks of action. Can't really do too much about that. It is what it is. So I like Euro USD right now if it can break this level. Again, we go right here. We're still in a downtrend, but like we were talking about yesterday and at the beginning of this live, we had a lot of retracements take place yesterday. Right, we had the lower low on Monday. Price hit the support level here at 735, 730. Retrace back up. Now it's right back above this level at 765, 770. If we can break back below this level, and especially if we can break back below 730 and hold that resistance, we can see the downtrend come back into play. Watch to see if price can do that. It could try to do it before a New York session, or could try to chill until then. But we got the alerts. We'll be watching that right there. The US30 ended up going as projected yesterday. So again, we're right back at the support level. If we can break below 39.70 and hold as resistance, we can see sales going to 38.900 and possibly 38.790, 38.780. So that's what we're going to be watching and looking at as far as US30. Now, if it breaks back above 39.300, we could see possible buys come back. But I'm not going to personally look for buys unless it breaks back above around like 39, 540, 550 personally. So yeah, we're just chilling right there. And interesting thing is, if y'all was on the charts last night, this was a green candlestick, right? So if we go into the 15, you see I have my buy idea right here. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Well, let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me good. But I had this buy idea last night. That was around. I was waiting to see if we could break this resistance level, hold it at support, because again, this was the move Thursday when price broke that level to make the higher high, but it failed to hold this resistance as support, as we can see here. Then start treating as resistance, pushing back down. So if price could have broke that level and held that support, we could have saw the uptrend come back into play, but it couldn't get that far. It rejected back down, which is why we didn't take a buy last night on it. And the EN also did a similar move as well, but ended up rejecting also. So we're just going to keep it on EU right here. Just watch and see how it reacts to this level right here. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Highway question: how come you don't trade off supply and demand zones? Supply, demand, support, resistance, you can call it whatever you want. It's all the same stuff, just like liquidity. Right? Liquidity, people will call stuff like this liquidity, but look where liquidity lies. Look where liquidity lies. It lies on the support resistance level. Supply demand is the same stuff. You watch a supply demand video, it's literally they're identifying support resistance levels where they see liquidity at, aka what they call supply demand. It's all the same stuff, just different names. But to answer your question, I trade like this because again, you see these levels, and you've been here a while. You should kind of understand. But if you're just curious, we see that again. We have these levels. We see how price reacts to these levels each time it hits and touches these levels. So I trade off these levels because when I go with the flow of price as well as enter off support or resistance levels, not only do I have the direction, the overall direction going in my favor, but I also have the momentum of price going in my favor as well. The perfect example is right here, the Euro USD sell. Went for a sell because we had bearish momentum. We saw price held this level as resistance. Nice drop. You see as soon as price hit this level, how it reacted, came right back to this level perfectly. Same exact level we saw price drop here. Went for a nice sell, and then look right here. Reacted the same exact way at this level. Look at that liquidity. This is where people would have called a fake out liquidity sweep, this, that, and the third. But it's all the same stuff, same shit, different toilet. You get what I'm saying? Same thing right here. Price broke this level, failed to hold this as resistance, treated as support, pushed back up to this resistance level, went for a nice sell, pushed back down, right? Now this support level got turned to a resistance, nice drop, right? And you see this with all the charts. So this is why I trade up these levels. See the same thing here. I have my buy up here. Why? Because again, this was the next low that we need to be broken and held as support for the uptrend to continue. Just like we entered buys here. Why? Because again, this was the resistance level that needed to be broken and held as support. Once price broke and held that low as support, since we're in the uptrend, I continue to go for buys. Then this was the next low that needed to be broken. When volume came in, guess what? This resistance level got turned to a support level. Now we're waiting to see if price can turn this resistance level to a support. You see what I'm saying? What's going on, JD? Those just joining the stream, we have an into this year. This is a trade idea. We're watching right now a possible Euro USD sell. We're waiting to see if it can break back below not just 760, but if it can hold it as resistance as well. If it can do so, we can look for continued sales going down to 730, 735. That's what we're watching right now. We should hit that first link in the description on the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month, and that's not last quarter. That's how we did quarter 4. Got to update it to how we did quarter 1 since it's a new quarter now. But go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Yeah, your USD is the only one I like right now, so we're just gonna keep it right here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. You see scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram's playmaker_way. TikTok's _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Make sure to support the YouTube channel as well. Playlists are up to date. Just shot the new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out. But yeah, right now we're just watching EU. Everything else is just in place for retracing. So not even going to go back and forth with it. I got alerts just in case anything changes. But if you guys want me looking at charts, feel free to drop them in the chat. I ain't got no problem pulling them up. But as far as what I'm personally looking for right now, it's a possible EU sub. Just wait to see how it reacts to this level or if it touches this level or not. We do got ADP at the beginning of New York, so do keep that in mind when we're going live with the members during that. And then we also have a couple more news events at 10 o'clock and 12:10 EST after that as well. New 15 just popped up. I was like, dang, is my computer glitching? I had to look at my other screens. That thing was that thing took a minute to even move. That thing was stuck. That's a thin line. That my computer froze or something. I was like, what's going on there? But again, I know it can be annoying, but the sooner y'all understand and just accept stuff, it'll be a lot easier for y'all. We're on a 15-minute time frame. Look at Euro JPY. It's literally been stuck here since what is this? 11? No, that's 10:30 last night. It's currently 30. And then prior to that, it was chilling at this level all the way from 9:30, the beginning of New York, until Tokyo session, the middle of Tokyo session at 10:45 p.m. EST. 9:30 a.m. to 10:45 p.m. EST. Right? Right, like we see Monday, we see clear volume in these candles, nice dump to the downside, and then as soon as it hit this level, what happened? Micro candlesticks. Again, we're on the 15. Micro candlesticks. So again, when there's no volume, can't do nothing. Right? There are some times, don't get me wrong, when there's no volume, and price will still be able to break levels sometimes, but it rarely happens. Right? Usually when price breaks levels is when volume kicks in. Example here, clear volume, huge dump to the downside. Right? Then we have small candlesticks, low volume, no lower lows, no higher highs getting made. Right? Volume came back in and tried to break this level, chilled here again, very small candlesticks. But again, the flow of price did eventually break this level, hold as resistance. Then we saw a nice drop when volume came into this level. Retraced again, very small candlesticks. Then we saw what? When price hit this level, as soon as price hit this level, volume kicked in, right? So it goes back to what I was talking about with you, Orion. This is why we trade off these levels. But so far since we've been live, it's just been chilling here. It hasn't really moved. This was a 3 o'clock candlestick. This was 3:15. We're on 3:30 right now. So again, we've been on live for 30 minutes. The price has been stuck in place. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we're looking at the charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling right now. Wouldn't be surprised if price just does what it's been doing the past couple weeks until ADP. We're still gonna wait and see. Yeah, price power. Do you ever feel pressure to take breakout trades once it's key levels, then it turns into a fake breakout? That's my problem. No, I used to. So that's why we say like that's why I was talking about. That's why when we be live during the New York news with the other members, that's why I be going super deep in depth about mindset and stuff, and be breaking down literally down to the candlesticks, kind of like what we did earlier during this live. Basically, what's taking place because when you understand what's happening, it's going to help you with that issue. Because after that, then it's literally just you making the decision, right? That's the beautiful thing about trading. Everything's on you. So what helps me with that, because you said you feel pressured, I don't feel any pressure, right? Because again, like I said, I've already made all those mistakes, so it's already out my system, right? So there, unfortunately, a lot of times we just have to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say all these rules. Like everything I do, the reason why I wait, the reason why I don't pull the trigger, the reason why, excuse me, never see me stray from these rules, especially on the live streams or as far as signals go, is for that exact reason, right? I've said it before. When I was learning how to trade, what was the turning point for me was I had that moment where, again, I used to work 2 jobs, 6 days a week, and how my paychecks worked was I got paid every 2 weeks, like most jobs. But because I was working two different jobs, they kind of overlapped. So instead of getting paid every 2 weeks, I was getting paid every week. One week from one job, the next week my other job, then the next week my other job, the next week. So it was like I was always getting paid. So literally, I went through like a year span of me just blowing majority of my money. Like I didn't like not like my bill money and stuff. Like literally all my free money, I was blowing. Like every week, I'd get a paycheck. One paycheck would be going into my live account. Next week, the part of my paycheck is going to try to pass a prop firm. I was literally failing a challenge, then 2 days later buying another challenge. I remember I used to do the dumbest stuff. I laugh at it now, but I used to do the dumbest stuff. I remember one week I literally like purchased like 3 or 4 challenges and I blew them all just doing dumb stuff, right? So all that stuff already came out of my system. So after I had like a realization, the turning point for me was when I passed my first prop firm account and I was literally like a week away from getting my first payout. And I just, long story short, I got greedy, over traded. Then I tried to revenge trade and make up for my losses, ended up blowing the account and then losing and violating. And then literally that same week, I blew my personal account. So that was the turning point for me. And then when I started doing the math, like it literally in like less than a year, in that year, it wasn't like a full year, but during that year, I forgot what year it was. I can't remember if it was 2021 or 2022. I can't remember. It was one of those years. I literally like blew like 30 or 40K, like just dumb stuff. So I literally took the rest of my little pennies and changed out my personal account. And I was like, I'm not putting no more money into the markets until I figure this out. So now that I figure this out and now that I understand how price works, this is why I have these rules in place. Because again, before I went into a live account, I practiced all this, boom, wham, bam. And then before I went into a live account, I figured the strategy out and stuff. I practiced on a demo for like 2 or 3 months. And then again, like I say all the time, this is my mindset when I'm trading. This is what I be talking about. You can't have, it's different from coming in from your workforce, being an employee. Because when you're an employee, you work a 9 to 5, whatever y'all shift is. Y'all work the same hours every single day. And if you work the same amount of hours, you don't call off, whatever the case may be, you get paid the same amount every week, every 2 weeks, whatever your pay period is. With trading is a little bit different. Your profits are going to be different on a daily basis. There could be an average, but there are going to be slower periods than others. That's how it is in business, right? So my mindset when it comes to trading, I like I said, I don't feel any of that pressure because one, I follow these rules. And again, if I'm going to put a trade in, I'm confident. I'm 100% confident it's going to go my way. I follow these. I wait for these confirmations, and then what is the pressure? That's what you really have to figure out. What's the pressure that you're feeling? Is it because, oh, it's taking longer than it did last time for a trade? Because that's what we talk about in the lives with the members, right? Because again, this is why also in the beginning of the live, and again, we did this during the New York lives last week with the members as well. So make sure to watch that if you did it. We'll probably talk about it a little bit today when we go live during ADP. But that's why I explained what's taking place right now. Because again, we went from super volume filled days to price being super dead and stuck in place. So if you don't understand what's happening, it's going to throw you off. So what is this pressure you're feeling? Is it, dang, last Tuesday we took a trade at this time, and it's this time is 2 hours past the last time we took a trade last week. What's going on? Or last week we took 3-5 trades. This week we only took 3 trades. What's going on? Right. So what is the pressure that you're feeling? What is the cause of it? That's what you got to figure out. All right. You gotta dig deeper. And once you figure it out, that's going to help you understand how you can go about solving and dealing with it. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it like this. Like I say all the time, we don't control the markets. We only control when we enter a trade, when we exit a trade, and how much we risk per trade. So if we don't control the markets, what is the pressure to take a position without, our confirmations being met, or without, our rules being met, or counter trend trading? Like what is the pressure you're feeling? You get what I'm saying? Because the mindset like I said, I've already got all the stuff out of my system. I've been trading for a little while, but even so, like the mindset I have now, like I said, like I'm only taking trades. Like this is my mindset. If I'm going to put my hard-earned money on the line, I want it to make sense, right? So if you're taking a trade, doesn't make sense, probably shouldn't be in that trade, right? If you don't feel confident in the position or a setup, you probably shouldn't take the trade. You get what I'm saying? And as far as pressure, like we talk about all the time, you being alive is like we talk about all the time. Every day is going to be different. Every day is going to be different, right? And a perfect example of that is again, just look at the past signals. These are old signals, people. I don't need anybody taking this stuff. These are old signals. Just want to make that clear. All right, but look at just look at the times we took these trades. Like we took this trade at 10:04. We go to another trade. We took this one at 6:19 a.m. We go to another trade. We took this at 7:07 a.m. Took this at 9:07 p.m. You know what I'm saying? We took this one at 3:32 a.m. So we're taking these trades at all different times of the day, 8 p.m., right? We're taking trades at all different times of the day, but they're still being our rules and confirmations. So you don't have to answer the chat, but you can if you want. But you need to know for sure, like, what is the pressure you feel, right? That's why I give this analogy. It's like, let's say I go fishing every weekend. Let's say I go fishing every Saturday. Let's say last Saturday I caught 3 fish. Yeah, I can make that my new goal, but again, it's a goal. And so I can't be too discouraged if I go fishing this Saturday and only catch 2 fish, right? What if I catch 2 fish? I'm not going to start thinking, damn, did I do something wrong? Did I cast the line wrong? I used the same exact bait. I showed up the same exact time. I did everything the same way, but my results are different this week. Did I do something wrong? Right? Or another example, let's say last Saturday I went fishing. It took me 30 minutes to get my first bite and catch. So I can't go this Saturday. As soon as 30 minutes hits, I start checking my watch every 30 seconds. I start questioning life like, damn, why am I not getting a bite right now? Did I do something wrong? You know what I'm saying? You have to understand. You have to understand what makes price move. So again, once you understand what makes price move, which is what we go over all the time, and the lives of the members and stuff. And again, I got tons of videos. I've been dropping videos in the chat this entire live with the titles, so you know what I'm dropping. I got countless videos going over how to read the charts. But that's what it really comes down to. When you fully understand what the hell's going on, that's going to change your mindset completely. Right? So when you fully understand how price works, that's going to change your mindset completely. Because then it really is on you if you want to, do dumb stuff or put unnecessary pressure on yourself. Because again, what's the pressure? Where this is again, you can make good money trading, but at the end of the day, this isn't a job. This isn't e-commerce. This isn't work from home job. This is investing at the end of the day. You gotta say you gotta understand what we're working with here. These aren't just random candlesticks. These aren't random numbers. These are real stocks. These are real currency pairs. These are real futures. These are real metals, right? Imagine whatever country you're in, USD, yen, whatever country you're in, right? Imagine if the value of that currency or the stock, crypto, whatever, just kept on flying up. No retracements, no pause, just nonstop 24/7, just kept on pumping up. Or worse, what if it just kept on pumping down? No retracements, no pause, no rest periods. What would happen to the economy? It would crash. So again, price can't forever go up. Price can't forever go down. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like, what I'm saying, these past couple months have been on some, some super slow stuff, which it has. But at the end of the day, again, I can't control the market. So it'd be very silly of me to get upset, get frustrated, or try to switch things up. Because again, I understand what's happening. Price is dead right now. Price is struggling to break levels. So again, that is, what I'm saying, it's not that I'm doing anything wrong. It's not that, I need to switch up my strategy. It's simply that I just want to wait for volume and my confirmations to kick in. It's just like GM, right? Like I was just talking to a member the other day about this. He was upset about the loss yesterday, and I'm like, we just won 2 trades prior to that loss. And again, I've been going over every single day, London session, New York price watch list, Sunday chart analysis, the New York news. I've been stressing every day this stuff. So again, that's why I go over this stuff with the charts. Is why I break this stuff down, because again, I can call signals all day, or I can get projections all day. But if you don't fully understand why I'm giving these projections, or why price did what it did or didn't do what it didn't do, you're still gonna be stuck at square one. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like this GM trade. Did I expect it to take 3 days to break this level? No. But what did I did? No. I did know that we was in the uptrend, and I knew that if I was going to take a position, I was going to be a buy, which is why we did what? We went for a buy. What day was this? The 26th. A little bit too far ahead. So let's scroll back down a little bit. Pull went down, right? Wait, no, that was the 18th. We are still 1 week ahead. Scroll down one more time. Yeah, here we are. Right? Yeah. That was the trade we took. SL never got hit, but again, price was struggling to break this resistance level. It didn't break that resistance level until Wednesday. But again, that's why, throughout the entire time, going over to the New York price watch list, see me going over it right there. And then also throughout the day, I'm letting y'all know what's going on with the charts, updating y'all what's going on, showing y'all screenshots and stuff. This is why I don't just be posting stuff in the channels for no reason. That's why I be telling you, especially you, because again, I kind of know most of the people in here because it's usually be the same people. So if it's a new person chatting, I recognize the name. That's why I post this stuff to let y'all know what's taking place, so y'all understand. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not watching the videos or you're not fully comprehending what I'm talking about in this stuff, ask. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, as you see in the group chat, a lot of times it's not really questions regarding the charts. It's more like, okay, we're in drawdown or what's happening. It's not, technical stuff. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is why I be posting these screenshots. I be letting y'all know what's going on with the charts, so y'all understand what's going on, so you're not in the dark. Again, I can tell you buy all day, I can tell you sell all day, but if we're at blue or red, you're still gonna be confused, right? That's why a lot of people still struggle with trading. The indicator, it might cross the red and blue line and tell you to go for a buy or sell, but now you're still in the dark because you don't know why you went for a buy or sell, or worse, you don't know what's going on while you're in the trade, right? So that's why, again, people be so nervous when they're in drawdown, because one, one, they're probably over leveraging as well, but that's a whole other topic of conversation. There's a lot of variables, but like I said, I already went through all that stuff, so I already got that out of my system, which is why I'm a lot more collected, but also because I fully understand, what's happening on the charts, right? So it's just like anything in life. You're not confused, you have more confidence, but you're also a lot more collected. You know what I'm saying? Versus you are confused, lost in the sauce, you're gonna be more anxious, you might freak out and do irrational things. You get what I'm saying? Let me pull out your other videos. All right. Look at Euro New Zealand. Again, this is 3 weeks of price being stuck in place. So again, if I ask this question, we all know the answer, but still so many people in the moment will get upset, frustrated, whatever the case may be. But we can all see here that price was stuck in the same place for 2-3 weeks. So if price has not moved for 2-3 weeks, even if we took a trade, what is the likelihood we're making some money or price moving? Very low. Because again, if price is not moving, if price is not breaking levels, can't really make any money. You know what I'm saying? And again, we see that right here. Price literally just playing pinball on this level for the past 2-3 weeks, so literally. You know what I'm saying? But EN just broke back above this level, so we're going to see what this new hour looks like. Got a new 15 about to pop up in about 4 minutes. Shout out everybody in the live. Shout out everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month. And that's not last quarter. I got to do the quarterly recap this week. But that's how we did quarter 4. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourselves. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok's _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. Members are going to be going live for ADP in for about 4 hours. So be on the lookout for that link. And yeah, we're going to be back at it the same time tomorrow. London session 3 a.m. EST.